Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about the Brawlessium, which is a new game mode, I guess, or a new tavern brawl that'll be coming in about a week. I believe the launch date is on, let me check really quick, September 23rd, which is next week. It's not too far. So, today we're going to go in depth and talk about what Brawlessium is, should you play it, how to get into it, the rewards, etc. I'm just going to give a complete guide to the Brawlessium. This will help you make a lot of gold, a lot of money, some packs too if you're good at it. Before we jump in though, guys, I just want to apologize for being MIA for like a week. I was competing in the Masters Tour. I don't want to talk about it, so we're not going to talk about it. I don't want to see any comments asking me about it, okay? Please, don't ask. It went horribly. It went really bad, so please, don't ask. And after that, I was just kind of, I was bummed out and playing Among Us with some other streamers, Asmodai, Terrence, Chalky, who works at Blizzard, just a lot of people, Sunglitters. I mean, if you've checked out any Hearthstone streamers playing Among Us, odds are I was probably there at some point. But yeah, guys, so I do want to apologize. When I wasn't playing Among Us or competing in the Masters Tour, I was watching a lot of anime. Like, a lot of anime. God of High School is pretty good. So was ReZero. So yeah, my bad, guys. But before we get in, guys, I want to ask one teeny tiny favor. If you guys can like the video, comment/subscribe, that'd mean a lot to me. I know I've been a bad father. I've been MIA for a little bit, but I'm just trying to roleplay like a real dad and leave you. And this time at least I came back, so, we're doing good. Anyway, guys, we're going to jump right in. Talk about the Brawlessiums. Let's get it. Alright, so first and foremost, I want to talk about what the Brawlessium is. We haven't had one of these in a very long time. I think it was like early 2019 was the last one. It might have been late 2018 even, but it's been a while, and it's been a while. I mean a while. This is like my favorite game mode, and I've been so sad without it. Essentially, it's a Heroic Brawliseum. I think we had like a budget version before, where it was like super cheap to play and that the rewards weren't great. But this one is the Heroic Brawliseum. You got to be a real hero to play this. It's expensive. It's all I can say. It's expensive. It's 1,000 gold for one entry, or $10, which is kind of absurd if you think about it. That's 10 times the arena price. But the rewards are worthwhile if you do well in it. So first and foremost, should you play the Brawlessium? Well, maybe. If you're good at Hearthstone, or you think you're good at Hearthstone, I'd play it. If you have the money to spend. If you have like half a collection, you're missing a lot of cards, this is not worth the investment. Play arena. Farm solo player content. Just don't do it if you can't afford it. Make sure that you are comfortable spending the money. It's kind of like gambling. You don't want to put the gold up that you don't have. If you're not comfortable spending the gold, if you're not comfortable losing the gold, don't do it. Because more often than not, if you aren't a top level player, you're probably not going to break even. So I would definitely suggest being comfortable before you play it. But the Brawlessium is essentially kind of like Arena in a lot of ways. You queue in, you pick a deck or make a deck. There's no drafting. You can use the cards in your collection. I believe it's only cards in your collection. Using this deck that you built, whatever you want, you could net deck off HS Replay, net deck off www.tempestorm.com. Go over there. We've met a snapshot. It's great. But yeah, you can net deck, do whatever you want. You go in and you play against other people who have brought a deck in. Once you lock a deck in, you have to play it until the end of the Brawlessium, which is until you lose 3 games or score 12 wins. So it's pretty much just like Arena for the terms of like when you get relegated and kicked out or not. You can win 6 games in a row, lose 2 games, and then win 6 more, and you'll get the 12-win reward. You can go 12-0, and you'll get the same reward. All that matters is that you win as many games as possible. So the rewards will be shown on screen by my wonderful editor. Thank you. God bless you. There, you can see what they are. If you do really badly, you go 0-3, you're only getting a single pack. That's not good. You're spending 1,000 gold for 1 pack. You got ripped off, bro. Like that's some like budget. You went to like Louis Vuitton and got ripped off, man. Like just don't do it. If you're comfortable though, and you start getting like 5 wins, you're gonna get 6 packs, which is worth evidently 600 gold. You get 220 dust, which I'm not really sure. I think a pack is guaranteed like 50 dust, so maybe it's more 100 dust. I don't know. Math's hard. 50 dust, 40 dust. Anyway, you'll get 6 packs, 220 dust, and 220 gold. That probably just about breaks even. I think you need to go about 6 to 7 wins to break even. I'm no math guy, though. But this is where you want to hit. If you're not comfortable hitting here, this is where I would probably tap out and not play your Tavern Brawl. Where the rewards get interesting, though, are 10 and above. When you start hitting 10 wins, you start getting golden legendaries alongside the pack rewards. As you'll see, the pack rewards just massively increase. But as of 9 wins, you'll start getting 16 packs, 400 dust, 400 gold. Then when you hit 10 wins, you get the same rewards, but also a golden legendary. 11 wins is the same reward, except 80 more gold and 80 more dust, and a second golden legendary. Golden legendaries are worth 1,600 dust apiece, so that's a lot. The golden legendary alone is 4 times the price, or the reward, sorry, the dust reward for 9 wins. That's a lot. Then if you hit 12 wins, that's where you're like, you've been like praising some god, you've been worshiping some feet, you've been doing some weird stuff, shit. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear on YouTube. You're doing some weird shit. It worked out. You get 50 packs. That's a pre-order. You spent $10 or 1,000 gold and you got 50 packs. And 1,100 dust, 1,100 gold, and 3 golden legendaries. If you can comfortably get 12 wins once or twice, you're probably set for the next expansion. Or at least for the rest of this expansion, you can craft pretty much everything. I completely made that up. The math probably doesn't check out. But if you're doing well, you're going to get some rewards. So I would definitely recommend, if you're comfortable checking it out, you know, Brawlseum's pretty cool. So I mentioned it in my last part, but I want to go over it just again quickly. Should you play the Brawlessium? I'm going to say the average player probably shouldn't play more than once. It's a lot of fun. I do think they match your wins based on your MMR in Standard, so I think if you are playing and you're confident, you'll probably play people around your skill level, but I'm not sure how that works. But the average player doesn't have a lot of gold to be sitting on. I've been saving up since they announced this, and I have about 3,000, and I'm probably going to spend some money on this because I'm an addict. It's horrible. I love spending money to maybe get packs. It's cool. But I think the average player should probably avoid this. It's high risk, high reward. It's a definition of high risk, high reward. It's a lot. But if you're comfortable with your skill level, you know, you can definitely do it. And if you have some gold laying around and you think like, I could probably get about 6 wins, why not try it? It's fun. Try it once. But this is a disclaimer. If you lose all of your gold on this, if you take a loan out on your house, you lose it, your wife leaves you, your kids never talk to you again because you want to gamble in the Brawlseum, it is not my fault, okay? You can go over to like YouTube, like Monsanto's YouTube channel, and blame him. That's fine. Don't blame me because I will not take any blame. I'll just say Keck W, noob. So, you know, don't blame me. But I do think maybe try it out once if you have the gold. If you don't have it, then obviously you can watch me do it on twitch.tv/Luker_HS. I feel like this video has just been like me selling out quite a bit, but that's okay. Gotta do it. Alright, so now I want to go more into depth on some more interesting topics, such as how to win in the Brawlseum. I know everyone watches the Brawlseum guide. You guys probably already know what it is, but you know, I gotta break it down for those of you who don't. If you made it this far though, you're a real challenger. You are comfortable. You are going into this Brawlseum ready to win. And you know what? I commend you. So, how do you win? Well, the first thing is you want to submit the best deck possible. You don't want to go in there and be like, well, on ladder, I've been playing my homebrew Pure Paladin at a 51% win rate. No, none of that. None of that. No Pure Paladin. You're not touching Paladin. You're not submitting Shaman. I don't care how comfortable you are. If your name's not Wire, you're not submitting Shaman. If your name's not... No one submit Paladin. Don't submit Paladin. I don't care what HS Replay says. Do not submit Paladin. The deck sucks. If you're going to do it, please play the Pen version. Penflinger. It's the only one that's good. But submit the top decks. Go on different websites. Do some research. Use your common sense. Sites like HS Replay, Tempo Storm, Vicious Syndicate. See what people think are the best decks. I, for one, if you're very comfortable and you have time, I would recommend playing Mage. Turtle Mage and Tempo Mage are very, very good. I would argue they're the best decks in the game, but they are very hard to play. Regardless, it's important that you submit real decks. As much as, you know, you can go on Twitter and you'll see someone tweets like, I just went 12-0 with my aggro token Druid deck. Don't submit it, you know? They high rolled some kids. You're not going to high roll the kids. You're just going to lose your gold. You're going to be mad. So just don't do it. Submit real decks. The decks that I would recommend for this are probably Tempo Mage or Turtle Mage. One variant of Mage is good. If you don't want to play Mage, though, because they are pretty high skill cap. Bomb Warrior is a good deck. Guardian Animal Druid is a good deck. If you want a fun list, King Pharaohs has been seeing a lot of play lately. It's pretty cool if you have the gold for it. If you don't have the gold for it, you probably shouldn't be playing the Brawlseum. What else is there? Priest is always good. You make your opponent want to end their life. That's an added benefit, I guess, for some psychopaths. And finally, Soul Demon Hunter. It's kind of hard because you have to like predict what other people will submit, but generally these are the decks that I would recommend. Another thing is tech cards are actually kind of okay in the Brawlseum. You won't see your opponent's deck list. It'll be closed lists. So if you sneak in something like a Acidic Swamp Ooze, I'm so sorry, J. Alexander, please do not yell at me again, please, I'm sorry. But if you submit a Acidic Swamp Ooze in your deck, you know, it can get your opponent. A lot of people won't be playing around it. They won't be expecting it, especially if you're not playing a class that normally runs it. I will say, though, this probably does hurt your deck. Playing tech cards that are only good in 1 or 2 matchups, it's kind of risky. I do anticipate a lot of people playing Bomb Warrior, though, because it's the easiest deck to play right now, and it's very good. So maybe slipping in like a Swamp Ooze or a Sticky Finger in certain decks might be okay, but I'd make sure that you're not cutting an important card. If you're going to do this, look for a tournament list that someone else was playing, and take it. I think EATiers.com should have all the tournament lists. Just be very cautious because, I don't know. I don't want you guys taking Malagos out of your Mali Druid and being like, I tried to Sticky Fingers, but the priest didn't have a weapon. I don't want to hear it, so just be cautious, alright? Just don't do it. And yeah, be smart. The last rule that I think for the Brawlessium that's important is you need to know how to play your decks. I know this like sounds very obvious, but there's like something that I see so much on YouTube videos, or comments on YouTube videos rather, in my Twitch chat and etc. is like, what deck should I craft? I'm gonna play this, and then people just like instantly all in on a deck. They play it and they lose and they get upset. You need to know how to play your decks. A lot of decks have similar playstyles. Tempo decks will play like other tempo decks. Face decks might play like other face decks. Freeze Mage played similarly in some ways to Raza Priest. Control Warrior played pretty similarly to Odd Warrior. But you got to know your deck inside and out. You got to know the matchups. You got to know what you need to mulligan for in each matchup. You just always want to know what you need to be doing at every time, and you're not going to learn that in the Brawlessium. I mean, you might learn it in the Brawlessium, but you're going to lose $10. So don't do that. Take it to ladder. Play as much as you can. Learn the deck. Watch streamers learning the deck. Twitch.tv/Luker_HS. I will teach you how to play the decks for free. But for real, just make sure you're comfortable. Don't go in here and be nervous. It's a big investment. You don't want to be that kid who shows up without being prepared. Everyone else is going to be like mastering your deck. You might even queue into a pro player in here, and you're going to be the person first timing a complex OTK deck, and you're going to mess up your Turtle Mage bounce, and it's going to be really embarrassing. And you're never going to live it down for the rest of your life. You will go to bed 3 years from now, and you'll lay in bed just thinking about how you messed that up on a stream in front of thousands of people. Don't do it. Learn your decks. So on that fun note, please just remember to learn your decks inside and out. Just the best way to win, guys, submit the top decks. If you want to play tech cards, make sure it's a good and well-refined list, but don't be afraid to experiment and play tech cards. Don't trust random people on Twitter. If they did well, that's cool. You probably won't have the same results. Variance plays a big part. Just stick to the top decks, stick to a game plan. And then finally, learn your decks inside and out. Master them. I think in general, the takeaway is Brawlessium is fun. It's one of the most fun things I've ever done in Hearthstone aside from actual tournaments. But you need to have the gold or money to spend. Don't get into this and then be upset that you lost money. Like, you are going to lose probably more than you're going to win. 12 wins in a row. Well, 12 wins with only 3 losses is definitely doable for top players. But like even the best arena players only average, right? Like what? 7.8, 9, 8. I'm making numbers up and talking out my ass completely. Probably something I should have researched, but no one averages 12 wins in arena. It's just not a thing. Brawlessium, you can get probably a higher average because if you're a professional player queuing into the average ladder player, you can probably go 8 out of 3 pretty consistently. I'd say 9 out of 3. Maybe even more, depending what the deck or meta is. But right now in this current meta, I think make sure you're comfortable before you do it. If you are comfortable and you're like, I am going to get 12 wins every time, I'm insane at this game, and you do, you're going to make so much gold. Your Hearthstone economy is going to be so good. You could, in theory, just with $10, get 12 wins 5 times in a row and go infinite and keep playing, and you're probably set for a couple expansions. So yeah, that's a takeaway, guys, and girls, everyone else. Everyone is included here. Takeaways, I do think Brawlessium is a solid addition to Hearthstone, and I'm very excited for it to come back. I'm going to be playing it non-stop once it releases. I probably won't even get a ladder finish this month because I'm going to be playing Brawlessium the entire month. But, you know, if you're not comfortable, check out some streams, watch some other people do it. If you are brave enough to test your strength in the Coliseum, the Brawlessium, then do it. Don't let anyone tell you no. I know I've been like pushing a lot that I need you guys to make sure you're comfortable before you do it, but it's a big investment, and you know, I don't want to be that guy who pushes you to do something you're not ready to do. You know, I don't want to be that guy. Only you guys will know if you're going to be comfortable with this. It is a lot of fun, and I'm very excited for it, though. So, you know, don't be afraid to try something new. At least try it once if you can afford to. If you have the 1,000 gold, or, you know, save up for the next 10 days, and then you can play one in the middle. I would definitely try it at least once. It feels as close to tournament mode as we've ever gotten. So if you like anything competitive, there's a lot more stress and importance on each game. In standard games of Hearthstone, if you lose ranks, but it's not that big of a deal. You can get your star back. You can get your legend points back. It doesn't matter. But in Brawlessium, if you're losing, you're not getting your money back. And it's not like Arena where it's like 100 gold and you can get that in like a quest in like 20 games in a day or something. You have to actually put a lot of time into saving up for this. So yeah, definitely, you know, don't be too afraid. Check it out, guys. And if you do enjoy the Brawlessium, let me know in the comments how it goes for you. I'll probably upload a video of me hopefully going 12-0 next week. If not, 12-3. If not, there won't be a video about it, and if you ask about it, I'll be pissed. But hopefully I do well, and then it'll be there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that I kind of rambled about the Brawlessium. I just kind of want to give you guys like an in-depth guide on how to maximize profit off of it, while also not losing your family and house. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can do it bottom right. I want to say under the video to the right, you click that big red button that says subscribe. It means a lot. As I always say, the more you subscribe, the happier I am. You know, I lost a tournament last weekend. I'm not too happy right now, so I need you guys to fix it. My last video did insanely well. I can tell you guys like knowing about the best decks in the meta. I'll definitely do one after the next balance patch. If there's no balance patch, I'll do one at the start of next month. Just give you guys a little roundabout on the meta. Yeah, also, important question for you guys. I'm always looking for new content ideas. I love to make content, and I have a lot of fun, but I get these like creative writer blocks sometimes where I'm like, what do I want to do? What do people want to see? And I'll have these ideas that I'm really like, oh, I want to talk about why Hearthstone esports died or whatever, but I'm like, people don't want to see that. So, you know, if there is anything you guys want to see, like, don't hesitate to comment it below, and I'll probably heart it even if I don't like the idea, but there's a good chance you see it because I'm always open to suggestions. All right, guys, I've sold out for like 30% of this video, so I'm going to leave. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now it's 35%. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Have a wonderful night. I love you all.